Hey guys, Monochrome here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Genuinely good to have you. Disclaimers. 1. Title of this video, not clickbait. If you're a man, you're going to want to watch this video. Yes, it's that important. 2. This is different from my usual content, but it's important enough for me to include it. 3. This video is not anti-women, anti-female, anti-feminist. It's not anti-anything. And by the end of the video, I think that will become clear. Certain things in life, regardless of culture, are universally right, and certain things are universally wrong. And I'm going to cover an example of the latter. Best way to do so is with an example. Let's say you're a guy. You've been dating someone for a while. All of a sudden, you get a phone call. Hey, I'm pregnant and you're the father because I didn't sleep with anyone but you. Okay? After the initial shock wears off, maybe you decide, okay, I'll help her out a bit. So, when the time comes for her to give birth, she's at the hospital, you're in the waiting room. Now, at some point in time between the phone call and the hospital visit, you started having doubts, or maybe you immediately had doubts. So, okay, she's giving birth, you're in the waiting room, you're not in the best frame of mind. You're not in the best headspace. You got a lot of things running through your head. And at some point in time, a nurse, usually female nurse, is going to come out with 2 documents. Now, I need to emphasize that I know this happens in America. I'm not sure if this happens in other countries. I'm not sure if it happens in Europe. But in America, at some point in time, a nurse will walk out with 2 documents. One of those documents is the birth certificate. She will always, always, always hand you the birth certificate first. You look at it and you say, I'm sorry, I really can't sign this because I have doubts if I'm the father. I really can't sign this. I'm sorry, I can't sign the birth certificate. I can't be held responsible for this baby that might not be mine. I don't know yet. I just don't know. And the nurse will usually say something along the lines of, okay, if you feel uncomfortable, you don't have to sign this, but at least sign this other document. Well, what is it? Oh, this document just states that you accompanied her to the hospital. Or the nurse will come up with some other excuse. You, not being in the right frame of mind, you're going to take that pen and you're going to sign along that dotted line. Yeah. Here's the thing that's horribly wrong. If you put your name on a birth certificate, at least in America, and it turns out, oops, you're not the father. Maybe a paternity test at some future point is done and, oh, you're not the father. All you need is a barely competent, cheap lawyer to present that fact on your behalf, and you're not stuck for the next 18 or 21. Yes, in some states it is 21. You don't want to be stuck for those amount of years paying for a child and then a young adult who isn't yours, who you didn't create. And yeah, if you sign the birth certificate, DNA test later on proves you're not the father, no problem, you're good. Yeah, here's the thing about that other document. What that other document basically says is that whoever signs this document, and I'm just paraphrasing, it doesn't literally say that, but what it basically says is whoever signed this document has agreed to be financially responsible for this baby until this baby becomes an adult, regardless of whether or not they are the biological father. That's right. And if you sign that second document, well, you're screwed. You can hire the greatest attorney in the world. Not going to matter. You signed it. You signed a document that literally says you will financially take care of a baby regardless whether or not it is yours. And that's just wrong. That's just wrong. But for some bizarre reason, instead of offering a paternity test during the birthing process at a reduced rate so that both the mother and the potential father have zero doubts, because obviously having a baby pulled out of them, yeah, women know they had a baby. Women know that they helped create a human being. Men don't know. It's that simple. Men do not know. And it is just bizarre to me that in this day and age, at the making of this video, it's May of 2023. It is just bizarre to me that hospitals will not include a paternity test at a reduced amount for the man whom the woman is claiming, yes, he's the father. Absolutely bizarre to me. However, they will have a nurse come out with two documents, one being the birth certificate that most men think is legally binding, and so they won't sign it. And then the nurse then says, well, okay, just sign this other document instead then. You don't have to sign the birth certificate. It's okay. And yeah, do you think they explain to the father in waiting, or no. Do you think they explain to the man in waiting what that document is? The man who may or may not be the father? No, they don't explain it. They just want his signature and it's done. Done. I'm sorry, but that's evil. That is evil. When you have a man tell a nurse, I'm genuinely not sure if I'm the father, okay, you don't have to sign the birth certificate. Just sign this, which says you'll be legally, financially in charge whether or not you are the father. Huh? No, the nurse that comes out with those 2 documents, she doesn't explain that part. That's evil. I don't care how you sugarcoat it. That is wrong. That is horribly wrong, and it's evil. And there have been a lot of men who later on found out, hey, I'm not the dad. This is great. They go before a judge, and then the judge explains to them what that second document that they signed actually means. Wow. Yeah, that's just evil. It is. It's wrong and it's evil. It's both. So here's the thing. For the guys out there, if you created a baby, yes, you are financially responsible. You need to step up, man up, do the right thing, and take care of this baby that you created with that woman. That's what a man does. A man does the right damn thing. However, if you have doubts, and those doubts turn out to be true, that you are not that baby's daddy, you should not be forced because of a legal document that wasn't explained to you. You should not be forced to take care of someone else's child, someone else's creation for the next 18 to 21 years. And I really hope this sort of garbage does not take place in other countries. And I really hope there are some states in America where it doesn't take place, but I know for a fact that it does take place in a lot of states in America, including the one I live in. And thankfully, I wasn't the one who learned that lesson the hard way. Yeah, I wasn't the one who learned that lesson the hard way. There are a lot of men out there who did. That second document, that's the one that matters, not the birth certificate if later on it turns out you're not the dad. It's that other document. I mean, easiest thing to do when you're at the hospital and you're not in the best frame of mind because someone who claims you're the father is in the other room giving birth, and maybe you're hearing her screams of pain. If anyone at a hospital brings you anything to sign, anything, nope, no thank you. And honestly, if you end up seeing a nurse with 2 documents and one of them is the birth certificate, and she tries to get you to sign the other document after you say, I don't feel comfortable signing the birth certificate, 1, tell her, I don't feel comfortable signing anything. I am not in the right frame of mind to make any decisions that require my signature on a piece of paper. I will not be signing anything at all. Please, leave me alone. And before she walks away, make sure to get her name. It's on her name tag. And then file a complaint with the hospital. By the way, this nurse came to me in the waiting room when I was not in the best frame of mind. And here's what she did. She never once explained what that other document meant. I mean, honestly, anyone who does that to someone in a waiting room, that person is just evil. I don't care what sort of justification they use. Someone like that should not be working anywhere near a hospital. Yeah, register a complaint about a nurse if she's the type who won't explain that second document if you ask her one time for an explanation. I mean, to all the women out there, honestly, you know whether or not you've had a baby. You know it. Men don't know. And I don't care who you are, man, woman, alien from outer space, you should not have to pay for a baby that you did not create. Plain and simple. That's universal. And trying to trick someone into paying for that child for the next 18 to 21 years, come up with whatever justification you want. That's evil. 18 to 21 years for a child they did not create with you? No. Go out, find the baby's actual father. If he's a deadbeat, take him to court for child support. The state will take the money out of his paychecks. Do that if you have to. But don't do the wrong thing and force a man who didn't help create your baby into paying for its support. That's just wrong. It really is. All right. That's it for this video. I know it's unusual, it's different from what I usually upload, but this is an important video. You just do not see people talking about this online, and it amazes me. Why not? You know, how many men have been tricked who weren't the father? How many? I mean, you can pretty much find anything on YouTube. Good luck finding another video that talks about this issue from another content creator. Guys and women, please continue to take care out there. I'll see you soon.